Good morning, students. I'm Dr. Rajesh Kashyap, and today I'm supposed to talk about the your open subject one, wherein we are having a web technology project. So you have already started working on your project, and we are supposed to present a report and to the college related to that particular project. So what are the things we are supposed to have into your project? What else information is expected, how you are going to prepare your report, what are the things you are going to have into your system. So everything that we are going to discuss in this particular session. So just have a look of this, that we have already discussed of these things into our syllabus. So first of all, I'll go with the outline of this particular project. Okay, so we have already shared this page to all of you, that you have to prepare your synopsis according to this, and wherein we have to talk about the introduction about your project. So what exactly you are going to work into your project. Then significance of the project is expected in this particular, that what is the significance, why you want to work on this particular project. Then you have to specify what is the objective behind this particular project development, what is the scope of your project. So that is what expected, that what is the boundary, what are the things you are going to cover in this particular project, and what are the things is expected. Then information gathering from primary and secondary sources of information, interface design. So you have to collect the information if this kind of already website is being developed or already application has been developed. So what are the facility, what are the features is available in that particular project. So you have to just take care of that. Then you have to collect the information, gather the information, you have to synchronize in a proper way, so that you will be ready with the concept clear, that what are the things you have to keep into that particular project and what are the things you don't have to carry. Then there is a technology details and the clients and the server side, software and hardware specification and technology use. So you have to specify that what is the configuration of the server, what will be the configuration of the client, what is the hardware is required, what software is going to be required, that you have to specify in this particular. Then implementation means you have to specify the timeline and the responsibility, that how much time you have already given in your outline, and whether you have followed that particular timeline or not. That is what we are expecting in this particular implementation, means timeline and responsibility. Then you must have to conclude your summary of your project. So whatever the project you have started, whether it is as per your expectation you have completed or not. Then you have to specify whether you have uploaded your project on the server, whether it is free server or whether it's paid server. So you have to decide that where you are going to keep your project. And if you are going to have a teams in for doing this particular project, so who is your team member, what is the responsibility of the team member, that everything you have to specify into this particular project. Then we have to understand that what are the things that we have to index while we are going to report for that particular project. So that moment of time we have to specify this. So this is the basic index of this particular any of the project. So whenever we are going to work on the project, we must have to follow some index. So this is what the index of the project report which you have to submit to the college. So first is the company profile. So if you are working for some of the company, you have to specify that for which company you are working, or you can specify the details of your client for whom you are working or for whom you are creating the project. If you have just imagined or just discussed with your faculty and you have planned your own project to be developed, so you can specify the details of your college, so that you have developing for this particular college under the guidance of your faculty. So that is what expected in a company profile. Then when you are developing some application, there must be a something which is available. So it may be manual, it may be something, so that you have to keep into the mind, and that you have to specify into this particular. Then scope of the work which you have already written into your outline, that you are supposed to copy the scope of the work. Operating environment, hardware and software, that you have already specified in your outline, that what will be the hardware configuration, what will be the software configuration for that particular project. And then you have to specify what are the technologies. So what I expected, that what are the subject you are what are the technology you have gone through in this particular web technology subject, that you have to specify, and you have to write the crux of those technology with their version. Version is the important part whenever you are writing a technology details. Then you have to specify the proposed system. So proposed system is nothing but what exactly you are going to do in that particular application which you are going to develop. So you have to specify that what is your proposed system, so how it is going to work. Then you have to specify the objective of the system. So whatever the objective you have written into your outline, that is only you have to specify in this particular chapter. Then user requirement, so whatever the existing system was there, and on the behalf of that, whatever you are created the objective, similarly you have to convert those objective into user requirement, like to provide the all the information related to your company, related to your user, related to your client on the website. So this is what your objective, to showcase the all the information into the website. So what you are going to write into your user requirement, user has requested that I want to display all the information into the catalog format on the website. So this, in this way you can specify the user requirement. Then the designing part is coming into the third chapter, wherein you have to specify your object diagram, class diagram, use case diagram, sequence diagram, activities diagram. So these are the diagram is the representation of your project. So you are presenting your project into diagrammatical format. So what are the classes you are going to have? So what are the variable you are going to have? What are the basic main function you are going to have into those classes? For that you are going to create an object of that class, and you are going to initiate the value for that variable which you are using into your class. So that is what the object diagram. Then you have to specify their association, their relation between the classes, between the objects of the classes. So that you have to specify. Then you have to specify the use case diagram. So as per the this first semester first year project, you can just have a global use case diagram. So what is the global use case diagram? It is a complete flow of your project. So you have to specify the whole processes and whole actors. So whatever the actor you are going to have into your system, plus database administrator, and what are the process, so from login to the end of the report. So those many processes you just have to specify, and you have to link with your actors. So that is what expected in use case diagram. Then sequence diagram is nothing but a flow of your sequence. So this is a one another way of representation of the flow of your system. So you just have to specify a global sequence diagram, or some of the actor wise or activity wise, some sequence diagram you can specify in this. Similarly, into the activity diagram, again you have to specify the activity diagram for the system. So you don't have to break down to the separate label. You just have to one global use case or global sequence, global activity diagram will be well sufficient for this semester. Then this is what the database specification, as you have a PHP into your syllabus, and we are also gone through with the PHP and database connection with the with your application. So you must have to have a tables wherein you are going to store some of the information. I'm not saying that you have to have a huge database, you have to have a multiple forms multiple interaction, don't. You just a limited number of database. So you have to create a database. For that you are going to have a database tables. So you have to specify the database uh, tables and their description. You have to create, when you are having a database, you are going to create an ER diagram. So that ER diagram will specify that how many tables you have, what is the relation between the tables, what are the field you are going to have into the table, what is the primary key, what is the foreign key in that particular table. So that everything is going to be covered into the ER diagram. So that ER diagram part is also being covered into the database when that is being covered into your first semester. So I don't think will be any issue related to creating any ER diagram. Then comes as in data dictionary. So what exactly the data dictionary? Data dictionary is similar to your dictionary. So whatever the Oxford dictionary, Barcode dictionary, whatever the dictionary you have already seen, so it is in a alphabetical order. So you just have to put into alphabetical order. So from A to Z. In this sequence, you have to specify the name of the field, the data type, the size, and the description. In description, you have to specify this is the name of the field which is available into this field, and it is a primary key in this table and the foreign key in this table. So if you are going to specify, that is going to be sufficient for your data dictionary, but it should be into the alphabetical order and it should be unique, right? Then we have to specify the user interface and the reports. So what exactly the user interface? Whenever you are taking a snap of any of the uh, screen, you don't crop the screen. First of all, means what? When your program is running, it is running on your local server, on your XAMPP server, right? So there must be a local host slash 8080 or slash folder name slash that file name. And so URL bar must be clearly visible whenever you are taking a screen, and the taskbar wherein the time, date, time. So when the so that we will understand that when you have taken a snap, so whether you are copied from someone else the old project, or whether it is you have created, you have worked on, and you have taken a snap of that particular project. Then when we are having a form in my table, suppose uh, inquiry form, suppose registration form, suppose some purchasing, some interaction, some online appointment, like this. So you have to enter a genuine information into your form, so that the genuine data will be stored into your database. So when you are going to create a report, then your report will have a genuine data to be displayed. So what exactly the report is? The report is nothing but a data which you are collecting from more than one table, or if you are taking a data from one table, you are extracting on some condition. Means when you are writing a SQL query, there must be a where clause. Means what? You are giving an option to the user to generate a report, like for a particular date, what is the transaction, for a particular customer, what is the transaction, how many people have visited to that particular page on particular date, what is the stock of that particular product, what is the sales of that particular product, what is the sales between a week, what is the sales between something from date to the end date, and so on. So if you are putting a condition, then it is known as the particular report. Otherwise, if you are taking select asterisk from the name of the table, then it is nothing but a view. So we are not asking that you have to generate a view, you have to generate a report. So report always comes with a particular your condition. So you must have to provide this kind of feature into your website, into your application which you are developing for your project. Then you don't have to write the testing and implementation, it is not expected at this particular level. So just you have to specify these many things. So that is of the index of that particular. And if you want to have a look of uh, uh, I have created one more class for your sharing this uh, particular project. So I have created one Google Classroom. Just you have to check with your Google Classroom. This is the classroom which I have created. If you just have to join your classroom with this particular ID. So if you are going to join the classroom, you are going to get a content, you are going to get some information, you are going to get these kind of videos at some interval, so that you are not going to face any problem while you're creating your project report. So that is what compulsory it is expected, that you have to use this code to join open subject web technology project classroom. If you look into this, what I have already shared to you is one website. It is called 100projects.org. So I have opened this particular, so just have a look. So here you will get some more information related to the project. So there are a different concept which you can use, and that is going to be beneficial, that will help you out to plan your system, plan your how to write, what are the things, what are the modules, what are the expected by any of the user related to the project. And technology can be any of the different things, so that you can specify. Then you have to look into this your classroom, wherein I have given you the one report format, a, a good project report which you can take an example, and that is available to you. Then I have given you the one presentation format, that is what you can use for your presentation for that particular project. So these are the things which is available into your project. Just you have to follow the things, you have to join this classroom, and then I'll put the assignment, and you have to just upload your project report, whatever the right now you have created, whatever you have till now written, that you can share to us, and I'll make the changes and we'll suggest the changes into your project report. Okay, so just that was the things I would like to share with you. So thank you for patience listening. Okay, bye.